All right, class. It's week 4, and I am having a grand time with one of our students on. Isn't she gorgeous? Uh, I'm calling her out, Penny. Penny is on the line with me, and we were having discussions about the weeks going past. This is Penny's last quarter. She's taking the capstone as well as this class, and we were discussing how this class is all about each of the students and how the students see themselves. And I shared with her that I thought it complements well the capstone course
Mhm.
because while they're talking, like you guys are having to talk about the various things you're having to talk about in the capstone, and I think it's 4 papers. It used to be 5. I don't know how many
I
papers
think
you
it's
have for that
4.
class. It's
There's 4.
4. Okay. Even though you're writing each week, you have templates and stuff to show you about how to write and how to answer questions.
Right.
The other thing that I like about this course also is how it those templates lead you to answer the question. Even
Mhm.
I mean, a lot of people post it, take the template and go inside the template and answer the questions,
Mhm.
and I'm fine with that because I want you to know that in life or with any schoolwork, whether you're in your last capstone class or you're in your first or second quarter, or whatever quarter you're in, whichever quarter I'm sorry you're in, answering the question is the most important thing. It's about answering the question and answering the questions in your own words. It could be 15 questions there, but you got to go through that assignment and answer each question with a complete thought.
Right.
And that's the beauty, the success beauty of school by doing that. And a lot of people won't do that. They'll say, "Oh, I got to go around the mulberry bush to answer all these questions." No, you don't. You just got to answer the questions they put before you. One of the
Mhm.
most difficult one of the most difficult things to do is if you have to write the question. You have to write what you want people to answer because that's more difficult because you're trying to lead the student into or the person into answering something that you want to get to, and which that'll come down the line for those of you who go on to be to get your master's or beyond.
Mhm.
Then you have to start writing the question out. As we get halfway through the master's program, they start having you write things out that you want or dialogue you want from other people. But so, how's the course going for you overall, Penny?
So far everything is flowing good. Um with my work schedule, I tend to block out Wednesdays to get a lot done. Um
Okay.
this past well, since school started, I had definite family, then I had to work last Wednesday, so it kind of threw me behind, but I did get everything done before the deadline. So,
Oh, that's great. That's
yeah.
great. I think the biggest thing is, I mean, what have you noticed? Have you noticed that since you it said that you got behind, was it more difficult for you being behind the line versus being on the schedule you had set for yourself?
Yes, it was, because then I get into almost panic mode.
Uh huh.
And I hate to be in that mode, but look like I do my best work in panic mode. And I
A
hate
lot
that.
of students, a lot of students say that to me, but you don't know if you did your best work based on the grades you received. If you
Yeah,
were able to answer all the questions and that gave you your best grade, but don't stress yourself out unnecessarily. Sometimes we do, and it causes a ripple effect. So be careful with that. But
right.
I used to work the
'Cause
same way you work.
I can overthink, you know, make something deeper than what it is. And you be like, that was simple.
You know
Yeah.
what, Penny? I think that's the nature of being a woman.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
We can say that because we are women. Uh, if we got a guy that said that to us, we'd be a little upset.
Right.
But but yeah, I think that's the nature because we're always thinking what if statements. I think that's one of the reasons why women make great leaders,
Right.
given the opportunity at the more senior level after they've gone through some things and understand things, because they are going to say, if a system is being built, okay, well, what happens if this occurs? And
Mhm.
so they can provide that feedback to the people that's writing the program and stuff.
That's correct.
But yeah, and so this week we don't have an additional assignment. We just have our discussion post and our journal. I mean, our daily, weekly assignment where we
Yeah,
watch the video and answer two questions. That really is helping with you all's grades, and believe it or not. I
I
know it asks our
enjoy
interest.
those.
You like them? Great.
Love those videos. When I logged on to this class and because I had another class, can't remember the name of it, but Queen Latifah was hosting that one,
Oh,
and a lot
nice. I
of
didn't see
videos
that.
were
It was
about
great
her.
classes.
It was one of those
Yeah.
100 classes too, but I can't remember. It was something to do with I think it was confidence, self-confidence, something like that.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Yeah, so those stories are very enlightening and they make you think, put yourself in those positions and yeah.
That's great. That is truly great. I think we have done. The school has done a great job, kind of revamping things and
Mm,
restructuring so that it kind of relates, not kind of, but really relates to more real life. I even like I said, this class because it focused the individual to look at themselves. I used to
right.
do coaching, and
Okay.
for a class like this,
Hmm.
it would cost a client about at the low end 5,000, on the high end
Oh,
about $10,000 to $15,000.
wow.
So you guys are getting a lot of value by doing this class. The school is, and I think sometimes people think, oh, it's just something. Let me just throw something together and put something in here.
Mm,
Please take advantage of that. I mean, yes, I used to have a career coaching practice. Had it, I mean, and I still do sometimes, but not much.
right.
But it's a very costly class arrangement because I'm sitting there listening. Here you're writing and you're commingling with other students, and they're giving you feedback as another person, and so that is very helpful. But please, guys, if you're listening to this recording, please try your best to really take a lot of interest in what you're doing in this class and put your best foot effort forward because the class is about you
Right.
and your value system. Building a mission statement for you is helping to provide clarity and hopefully give you some direction into what your next step is without a lot of stress on you from somebody else, but you looking at yourself introspectively and then coming up with some ideas and conclusions. Now, we have next week's class, we'll have an assignment in week 5, another assignment. We'll talk a little bit about it this week and week 4. But I do want to caution you to just go ahead. Many of you go ahead and work ahead as much as possible. And I think that's great. Continue that practice. It's only going to be able to help you, especially those of you who want to apply or need to apply for graduation, or you need to get another class and you need to make sure that class is available. You want to go ahead and at midterm, because at midterm they determine that it doesn't really count against you on the grade. It just counts against you from your ability to be able to really register for for them to register you for future classes and kind of map out and see what you need, and make sure they have enough instructors for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how they work. That midterms really help us to see, what's going on there. Um, I don't, even though I do accept late assignments, I do need you to put your best foot forward and stay on task. And I'm sorry, sometimes I bombard you guys with emails and literature and information, but I'm just trying to get you to do your best and keep it top of mind. For some people, they may call me and say, Dr. Carroll, that's stressing me out. My my job is not, or role or intent is not to stress you out, is to bring you out, especially with this course. And this course I really focus on when I'm working with students. I'm teaching 2 of these courses this quarter. And I'm trying, because I know how costly this quarter can be if
Hmm.
you're trying to do it on your own. And so I'm constantly pushing, constantly following up with you guys. When you miss an assignment, I've done more phone calls in this course than I've ever done, because it really is important that students stay on task. it's a little bit too much work to do because there's so much to do every week. It's too much to really do and be sincere about it with yourself if you
Right.
try to go back and try to catch up a lot of stuff at one time. Even though you're allowed, I will allow you to catch up things, it's best that you stay on task with it.
Well, I can say that I am very grateful. Like I say, I started April 2017, um, and I've never been late on a task ever.
That's great,
I,
Penny. That is
I,
great.
because I don't like to be bombarded, with a
Mhm.
lot of stuff. So I try to make sure at least by the end of the week, by Sunday night, before I go to bed, it's gonna be completed.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's something I make myself do. It's not an option. I have no choice.
that's good. That's a good practice. I do the same thing with grading.
Yeah.
On Mondays is the I try to have all grades done by Monday. Usually it's done by noon Monday, but like I was telling Penny before we started the recording, I it's just so many assignments this past week from all of my classes that it threw me a little behind, and I had a couple of research projects for the school that I've been working on all weekend, and today we had a call on it, and so those things kind of push my schedule. But even though those things push my schedule, I still grade on Friday. I grade as much as possible. Friday, not Friday, but Saturday morning. I grade as much as whatever's posted in completion. I try to grade all of those by Saturday. And then on Sunday, a lot of people decide to post on Sunday. I gotta say, it's the most stressful time to post because you're just trying to get it in for some people.
Yes.
And I noticed with the post that I've graded so far, for some people, it wasn't their best when I looked beforehand. I'm like,
Hmm.
wow, I remember them doing this. And so
Right.
some people I've even been calling today, that's taken a lot of time because I've been doing a lot of phone calls. Let's see, what happened? How can we change this? How can we make it better? Like I
Yeah.
said, it's only because this class is more of a coaching class. It's
Mhm.
coaching you, and it's like for self development, not necessarily merely on an education, but self development is a very good part of education. It's about the whole person, and you're
Right.
educating that whole person, not just with the knowledge they need for a particular degree or work situation, but also working on self development from the standpoint of I know who I am, I know where I'm going, I know what vision I have for myself, and I understand my values and how all of those things fit into me as that person who's going from thing to thing, that person who may be a parent as well as a caregiver for their parents and work a job and have all these things to take care of. Who am I? And we don't get a chance sometimes to take a step back and discuss those things about ourselves. So the class makes for an excellent. I know it seems like I'm advertising for the class, but I'm really trying to stress how important the class is for each of you as individuals. Even for me, even though I'm teaching the class, I still do the same things you all are doing
Hmm.
just by habit, just to say, okay, I'm a busy person too. Am I being fair? Am I being just? What is it that I would need to do? So it keeps me on my toes as well. And I wrote my vision, my mission. Each week, you guys been doing things. I've been doing the same stuff as well
Right. Right.
because it's really helpful. Even though I've done this numerous times in other ways, and even though I've done it as a coach as well for people, or consultant, coaching business professionals on this
Hmm.
very thing, it still makes sense for me to take a step back sometimes and do it for myself as well. Every 3 to 4 years, I just make sure these
Right.
things are happening. And so, mentioning that, you may want to keep some of these worksheets and stuff for yourself as you're going through and take a real review of it. At the end, you're bringing all this stuff together in a portfolio. So make sure you utilize these portfolios as you get out of the course and move on to other things in life. And maybe once a year, look at it before you do your annual reviews, write-ups with your companies, to make
Right.
sure you're on task and you're going the path that you want to go.
Okay. I do that.
So, Penny, do you have any questions or suggestions in all your senior? Congratulations. You're in your final quarter. You're getting ready to
Um,
uh, take the leap to the next step.
No, I don't have any questions. Like I said, I really enjoy this class. I'm learning a lot. I've learned a couple of things about myself that I did. Yeah, so it's helping me a lot. Making me look at things a different way
Okay,
uh, than how I'm normally looking at things. So
that's fair.
yeah,
That's fair. Well, since it's just only you and I, we've been on here 17 minutes, but it's only you and I, but I'm quite sure the class will enjoy these 17 minutes or 20
yes.
minutes that it ends up being. I think I'm going to, and just sending, instead of just sending a Zoom link, I'm going to put it in my podcast area on YouTube, and then only the class can see it that
Okay.
have a link to it. But it'll be a great. I think you did a great job. Thank you so much. You did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
So, God works in mysterious ways. So He sent you to me tonight to be the advocate for the whole class, ask questions and be that example so they know what it is expected of them. So, but
Yeah.
if you don't have any other questions or comments or
No,
suggestions,
ma'am. I'm just gonna
okay,
hop and get on into this week's lesson.
all right,
I already did my story. I did it last night, so I'm finna do
all
the
right,
coaches
yeah.
huddle. Yeah,
That
first
is awesome. That is
part.
awesome. So you do a little bit a day, seems like, or every other day.
I do, yeah, I do a little bit because I do a little on here and then I do a little bit on the other class too before I go to bed.
Okay,
I
that
kind of
makes sense.
spread it
And
out.
so, yeah, and that's kind of what I do when I'm not grading. I'll do a
Hmm.
little bit on each class because I try to go through the class so I make sure what are the pitfalls the students may be going through.
Right.
And so I spend usually the first thing in the morning doing stuff and
Hmm.
then doing my work or the assignment. And then I move to the rest of the day because I'm a morning person. I got to do things in the morning to get the best. If you want the best from me, you got to get it in the morning.
I am too. Yes, I am. But I don't normally work on Mondays, but I had to go to work this morning. So and it's still
Okay.
early here. It's just six. I'm behind an hour. So
Right, right. I'm Texas time
because
too.
by 8:30
But I
my
use
time, I'm ready for bed. I can't do much after.
you know what, Penny, I am too. I am just tired. But tonight I'm going to be up till I finish all the grading.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, I have to because you're expecting it, and I'm finished when I post the announcement. Welcome to week 4. I haven't
Right,
even posted that yet. So,
right.
but but that is the way we're going to go about doing this. So I'll have this posted tomorrow or
Okay.
maybe later tonight. But thank you so much again, Penny. I appreciate you.
Thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
And I was free tonight, so I was like, I'm getting on tonight. I'm getting.
Well, you take care.
Okay, you too, and have a good evening.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.